everyone, this is Yael from Yael Alchemy, and I'm here to bring you the message of the Divine Feminine to her beloved for the week of March 11th to the 17th. Okay, so as always, I've already prayed over the cards and shuffled them, and at the bottom of the deck, and usually this pertains to the state of the Divine Feminine. Now, I don't usually like using these cards. I don't know. Because if you see them later on, you can see that it's like they have phrases and it's like a prompt. It's like a cue. Okay, you know, if you have asking for a clue and but for some reason I was asked to use these today. So anyway, let's see how it goes. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, and this usually represents the general energies of the Divine Feminine, here we have the first card, which is Co-Create. Now, this card ties into the energies of the Divine Feminine Collective, which appeared or surfaced in the Twin Flame Weekly reading. Okay, you see the Divine Feminine is still in creator mode, and she is doing so, look, with strength. You have the Jaguar there, also speed, and you have wisdom, you have the owl there, and with grace. And why do I say grace? You see this this is like Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Why did Humpty Dumpty fall? Because he couldn't balance himself up on that wall. Wow, I sound like Dr. Seuss. That actually rhymed. Okay, so there's a grace in her posture in managing all these things so that she could get her house in order, so to speak. I know, I can hear my dog barking outside. I asked him to come in because I was going to start recording this reading. But he didn't want to, and I wanted to record. So anyway, I hope he stops barking. Okay, and the next card we have here is Round and Round. And this pertains to the Divine Feminine's progress. And you see that it is a progressive. It's not just progress, it is progressive progress. You can see here the spiral, and that's indicative of continuing progress by the Divine Feminine. And there is beauty in that, even if we don't see it on a micro level. On an everyday level, you think you're doing the same thing over and over again. You're listening to these videos. It's very hard to measure progress, and it's like losing weight. Unless you track, then or you weigh, right? And you measure yourself, it's very hard because the progress is very minuscule. And for it to be healthy, it has to be that way, that very progressive. You can't just lose, well, unless you're just starting out your diet and, you know, it's water weight. Yes, you can lose up to 10 pounds the first week. But after that, it's gradual. It's 2 pounds per week, an inch here. No, not even an inch. Fourth of an inch, half an inch here and there. And unless you track, okay, and keep track of that progress, you won't even notice that you're making progress until it's, you know, a very long time. And you look back and, you know, you decide to put a collage there of your before and after pics, you know, and see, there is beauty in that spiral shape. It's in the, what do you call that? The Fibonacci sequence, I think. Yeah, because it's pi, right? It's progressive. And those are sacred numbers too. It's sacred math, so to speak. And here, see, progress towards her destiny, the destiny that was laid out for her. And so that's why there is this regeneration card. So very much in sync with what we've read in the Twin Flame Weekly reading as to what the Divine Feminine is currently undergoing. Okay, as for her message to her beloved, oops, what is this? Yeah, breathe. Okay. let's open all the cards first. These are big cards, so I had to lay them out this way. First, we have Fork in the Road. Then we have Peace. Then we have The Never-Ending Story. We have To Be Fair. And we have Exchanging Gifts. Unfinished Symphony. And Time to Go. Okay. Okay. I'm sure at this time, if you're listening to this video, you probably listened to the video of the message of the Divine Masculine, and even the Twin Flame Weekly, which I really urge you to watch. Others just watch the Divine Masculine. You don't get the whole picture, and that's why I take time out to try to do 3 readings when I can, because they all fall in together. Okay, so here first, Divine Feminine telling her beloved that he's faced with a choice. Okay, he's at a fork in the road, which means he has to make decisions, especially emotional decisions, because right now Divine Masculine in sort of some emotional confusion. He's sorting his emotions right now. It's in a haze, but he needs to do this moving forward. It's part of his ascension journey, and in order to move forward to the next step and to learn the lesson in that particular process, he has to make decisions. Okay, and from those decisions, that's going to lead him to the next phase. Okay, if it's a bad decision, and I say bad meaning in the context of it's not going to be in his highest good, he doesn't listen to his higher self and picks ego, okay, then there's a stagnation. His journey will take longer to be vibrationally at par with the Divine Feminine, with his Divine Feminine. Okay, so there. So he's going to make some decisions, but the Divine Feminine assuring him to, relax, chill, be at peace. See, that's the dove. That's a message. And this would symbolize, the egg here is symbolic of the Orphic egg. Within the Orphic egg, that's when regeneration occurs. When the Orphic egg is ready now to hatch, then that's when everything has matured enough for it to emerge, okay? So here, be at peace. While he is still in that status wherein he is readying himself, okay? Be at peace, because their love story will never end. This is not like a TV series wherein it's only going to be several seasons long. In the case of Game of Thrones, well, the new season's going to come out, and I was watching that. I was, brushing up on what happened the last season, the past couple of days. It's not like that. That's going to be the last season. You're going to be together forever, okay, in different capacities, supporting each other as you are on your divine mission, as volunteers for the new earth, okay? So whether you choose to, well, this is a particularly special time, especially if both twins are reincarnated at the same time. But if you aren't, that doesn't matter. And just like my cousin, okay, she's in a loving relationship now. She is a twin flame. Her partner isn't, okay, but he is very spiritually inclined. And she draws all the support from her twin, who is not incarnated, that helps her live out her life now to be of service to others, and to she is an orange ray twin flame, and orange ray twin flames, they're very artistic, they're very creative. They actually that is the mode in which they amplify the love through their art, through music, through drawing. It's like that in her case. Okay, so anyway, my point being, divine feminine telling her beloved that even if he's up for making some tough choices, to chill and be at peace, because their story will not end. It will still continue. It will still go on. Okay, and in a way, she's not putting pressure on him. There is a hope there that they come together, but it all depends on how ready he is. If you break this egg before it's ready, then you won't get a live human, a live specimen, so to speak. You know, it's like chicken eggs. You break them at a certain point in time, they're yolk. You leave them to ferment a bit, and then they're what we call here a Filipino delicacy, balut. I think those are duck eggs, though. And they're semi-fermented. It's an exotic food wherein they eat the duck fetus. Personally, I just eat the yolk because I can't. And the soup. The soup is very nutritious. It's good for knees. Okay, and if you haven't heard of it, Google it, and well, I'm pretty sure some of you are going to be grossed out, but it is a delicacy. And as far as the taste, I will take other people's word for it. I can just vouch for the yolk, because you know, you eat yolk, fried egg, whatever. But anything with feathers, I don't want to eat it. Okay, so anyway, there and here, once he comes into balance, this is the divine feminine talking. Once he comes into balance, he is going to open himself up to so many gifts, okay, because he is accepted now who he is as a divine being. Okay, but the thing is, he needs to come into balance. Right now, he's not. He's at that stage wherein he is negotiating his emotional maturity. And so once he achieves that balance, he's going to open himself up to so many gifts. Because remember, even if conceptually he has accepted the fact that there is something other than what he sees here in 3D that influences his life. Okay, and now from the crown, that's going down to the right now, because we're dealing with emotions of the divine masculine, going down to the heart chakra. Okay, and very much studying and analyzing his emotions from the perspective of having all this wisdom and downloads that he is now privy to. So a lot of these gifts are going to be available to him. And so what the divine feminine is saying is that it's time for him to tie up loose ends. Okay, before, remember, he was dragging his feet on several things, and again, in conjunction with the twin flame weekly. Remember, both twins are eradicating the energy of possession, okay? Possession, conquering, because that's all part of the old template, okay? That's why there were conquerors and the conquered, okay? That's why we had colonies. That all stemmed from the patriarchal, how do you say it? That kind of thinking, okay? That paradigm. And so now he's got to tie up loose ends, especially those that don't resonate with him anymore, and it's just clouding his emotions, because he's getting a clearer signal now from his higher self. Because remember, it's been breached, his crown chakra, so to speak. Before, very defensive, not open to any other way of living other than see, hear, touch, smell, all those 3D senses. But that barrier has been breached, and it's now trickling down slowly. And in so doing, he now can discern, okay, with the help of his spiritual team and his guides, what is in his highest good, okay? And so the things that he needs, the things, people, and situation that he has to put distance between him and himself for further growth, okay? He needs to tie up those loose ends, okay? And that's why we have this card saying that it's time to go. And the Divine Feminine here, speaking from experience, telling him that there are some situations, people, and things that will no longer serve you because you are on a different journey. Okay? Wrap them up. It's time to go. There are other places, other higher states of being that you will find yourself in this cycle of regeneration. Okay, so very nice message there from the Divine Feminine to her beloved. So really speaking from experience, sort of like she's coaching him. Okay, so I'm sure you've listened to the 2 videos. I hope you did, okay, prior to this one. And I was advocating as an energetic tool during this time, especially that spring equinox is just around the corner, for the advanced RASHEEBA healings. Okay, this is to clear oneself very fast, to come into emotional balance. And since the Divine Masculine now is confused emotionally, that would help him a lot. So that advanced couples RASHEEBA, that would be very helpful. But I was guided to offer the RASHEEBA and the Isis Blue Moon Healing System to complement. Remember, the Isis Blue Moon Healing System is a system that's different from Reiki, but will complement it. And you see, you have the moon here and the sun from the RASHEEBA, and that brings us to balance. Now, the Isis Blue Moon Reiki, not Reiki, I keep saying it's Reiki, okay, because it's the same. You're dealing with energy, and it's healing, and it is it's a different energy stream. It's not Reiki. I keep making that mistake. I keep saying it is, but it's not. It's a totally different healing system, and it connects you to the energy of Isis and deepens that. Because as Divine Feminines, I know you've already made that connection somewhat to the goddess Isis. Okay, and this energy stream has 2 main aspects. It can be cool or soothing, and cold or freezing. And this can be used for, the cooling part of it, for ambient temperature. Okay, for those who live in equatorial countries, tropical countries, this can be very helpful now that summer's kicking in. Okay, but for those who don't, this is very good physically to use in physical healing for inflammation and for fevers. You have joint inflammation, you have you're running a fever, and it really, really works. It's like, because here, I used to use it last summer when it was very, very hot. And it's like when you call in that energy, it's like you have a bubble around you, a personal air conditioner, and the heat doesn't bother you so much because it gets filtered by that Isis energy. Okay, and it's also used for clearing types of healing work. Okay, and you can clear negative energy from people, especially the hot-headed ones, or if very tension-filled room, you call in that Isis energy, and everybody calms down. It runs contrapuntal to the very hot energy of fire, okay? But then it's using those two that you need to balance those two. So that's why whatever you lack, whether it's Ra-sheeba flames or this blue moon, Isis blue moon healing system, it's a very good energy to have in your arsenal, so to speak, and it is a great addition to Reiki. So do check that out and see if that will bring you into more balance, and you can help others, kind of like the moderators here when it comes to energy, because you're the one that has the gifts and the tools, right? Okay, and you transmute situations, the energy of other people, and so this is something that would be good in your arsenal, in your toolbox, so to speak. Okay, well, that's what I have for you, and yay, I finished all 3 readings, and I hope this helped you, and I'll see you next time. Take care, everyone. Bye.